What up, y'all? In this video I want to talk about something that I recognized recently. A lot of men, they'll try to act non-desperate around the woman by not showing that they like her, not telling her why they like her, and then they want to act very mysterious so that it attracts the woman. And yes, there is a part of that is true, to not look desperate by not trying. But I realized that you can actually do the same thing the other way, and it's actually more effective, I believe. So what you can actually do is rather than acting like you don't care about the woman, you can actually give her very specific compliments about her that actually gives her a reason why you're pursuing her, right? Because if you can make it seem like you see reasons why she's rare, why that this woman is different than other women, then you can actually almost justify being desperate for her. Does that make sense? Because if you can prove to her why she's so unique, if you can prove to her actually why she's unique, it actually gives you a reason to double text, a reason to triple text, because she knows that you think she's unique. So if you can actually tell her, I noticed this about your sense of humor and I really like it, or the way that I feel around you is different because you make me feel calm in this different type of way. I love the way that you think like this, blah 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 blah. If you can do that type of thing, then it actually justifies why you can continue to pursue her, right? And so then you can actually, then you don't have to sit around being nonchalant, right? It actually makes sense, because if she just thinks that you're pursuing her like you pursue any other girl, that's when she thinks you're desperate. But if she can actually see that you see something unique in her, then she'll understand why you're pursuing her. Does it make sense? And not only does it make you look not desperate, but it actually gives you a chance to move, to actually to actually make moves and pursue her, rather than just sitting around and then nothing ends up happening, right? If you're just sitting around trying to look nonchalant, how are you supposed to even make a move, right? And then the other thing too is that sometimes it's not even about or sometimes it's about the woman doesn't want to get used, right? So she needs to know why you like her. If you just say, oh, you're pretty, oh, you're hot, she doesn't know why you like her, and she doesn't want to get used. She doesn't just want to give herself to you if all you do is think that she's pretty and you don't see her unique in any sort of way. So she's going to be scared of you. She's going to be hesitant. She doesn't want to allow you to kiss her. She doesn't want to allow you to take her out, because her not knowing why you want her makes her feel vulnerable. It's just like if you went to a job interview, right? And like that's the other thing, is like a lot of men think that they're being direct, but they're not. They think that they're being direct by saying the shortest possible phrase possible. So sometimes we think that we're being direct, but we're not. Like, okay, for example, if you went to a job interview, if the employer says, why do you want this job? You say, I want this job because it sounds like a good job. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna be like, I get it that you seem passionate about this, but they don't understand why you're there, right? Because all you said is just like circular reasoning. You're like, I want this job because I want this job. And that's the same type of thing I think that a lot of dudes will do when they trying to learn how to be more direct when talking to a woman. Hold up. Hello. Somebody's just walking by, but they'll try to just use these really short phrases like, I like you, I want to take you out, let's do this, something like that. And I don't think that necessarily works. It does show ballsiness, you know, courage, but you need to tell the woman why you like her. Give some detailed explanation, you know, like there's mention a few details about her, what you appreciate about her, what makes her unique, so then she actually knows, okay, this guy is not just spam approaching girls, he actually sees something in me. Like, there's nothing wrong with zeroing in on a girl. Like, that doesn't make you a simp or something like that. Like, if you're zeroed in on a girl and you really like her, it doesn't mean that you're a simp. You know, you can appreciate different girls for different reasons, but the girl that you ask out needs to know, right? And it's like, I mean, this skill is just a skill in general. I guess it's just really all about making that other person feel oriented, like, in what's going on. Like, it's just like if you were reading a book, right, and the author is explaining the environment. They don't just say, oh, we're in the room, you know, the set, like the current setting is in the room. You know, they give detail. They don't say that it's in the room. They say, you know, there's a smell of dusty old books, and there's, you know, this picture on the wall, and you know, there's these old golf clubs in the corner. Like, they start to orient you by telling you what's going on, right? And in the same way, like, how's the girl gonna know what's going on if you don't tell her the unique detailed things about her that you like, right? So yeah, I think a lot of dudes, they try to not look desperate by just not even telling the girl anything, or not telling her what they like about her or whatever. But no, it actually makes you look observant. It makes you look like you have intention, right? So yeah, you don't want to look desperate, but if you give the girl reasons why you like her, it actually justifies being desperate for her. It almost starts to justify it. The more that you can make her feel unique, the more that you can make her feel like she's kind of rare or different, which sadly not a lot of, it's harder to do that for some girls. A lot of girls are very shallow, but if you can find a good one, you can actually explain to her why you like her, what you like in her, and then if you can do that enough, she'll get it. She'll get why you won't stop texting her. She'll get it why you keep asking her out. She will understand the reasoning behind why you're just pursuing her or whatever. But if you don't tell her what you like specifically about her, she's not gonna feel comfortable. She's probably gonna feel like, why does this guy like me? I don't necessarily want to trust him, because I don't know if he's just trying to use me. That's probably what they're thinking, right? So yeah, it's not all about just making the girl feel unimportant so that she thinks that you're higher value than her. That's not really, like, good. If you have the courage to just tell a girl what you like about her, it makes you look like you got balls. It makes you look like you're cool. All right, have a good day, home. Peace. I feel like this is advanced. I don't know. I'm just learning out here. So